From lighting fireworks inside his room to screaming at jump scares and scoring goals while doing the Ronaldo Suhai celebration. Ishowspeed is pure chaos, energy, and entertainment. In just a few years, he went from an unknown teen in Ohio to one of the most recognizable internet stars on the planet. Whether he's making music, playing games, or just barking at his camera, Speed grabs your attention and never lets go. So how did this wild, unpredictable streamer become a global sensation? From humble beginnings to internet stardom,
Philippines is crazy. Look at this crazy motherfucker. What the?
This is the insane rise of Ishowspeed. Who is Ishowspeed? Ishowspeed, whose real name is Darren Watkins Jr., was born on January 21st, 2005 in Cincinnati, Ohio. Growing up in a modest household, Darren had a love for sports, especially football and basketball. As a child, he was energetic, competitive, and had a natural charisma that stood out. He attended high school like any regular teen, but always felt a pull toward doing something bigger. He created his YouTube channel in 2016, but uploaded videos inconsistently. It wasn't until years later that he realized the potential of content creation. While juggling school life, he dabbled in streaming, often using his free time to connect with online communities. Those early videos didn't get much traction, but they laid the foundation for something explosive. He wasn't born famous, but his personality made sure he wouldn't stay unknown for long.
I wonder how much subs I have later.
You okay? The start of streaming. It all changed in 2020. The COVID-19 pandemic hit, lockdowns began, and like millions of others, Darren found himself at home with plenty of time on his hands. He decided to take streaming seriously. With NBA 2K and Fortnite as his main games, he fired up live streams with unmatched intensity. Unlike typical streamers, Speed was loud, reactive, and completely unpredictable. He'd rage over a missed shot or scream like crazy during tense moments, and viewers loved it. What set him apart was how connected he was with his chat. He would personally shout out viewers,
for super chat.
Yo, another $200 donation!
Respond to comments instantly, and make every follower feel like part of the show. Slowly but surely, a small but loyal fan base formed. These fans weren't just watching, they were sharing, commenting, and spreading the word. Speed was building a community, and the internet was about to take notice. Viral explosion. By 21, Darren, now fully known as Ishowspeed, was gaining serious momentum. But it wasn't a single game or video that changed everything. It was moments. The internet started noticing him because of his insane, unfiltered clips. One of his first viral moments came during a horror game stream when a jump scare made him scream so loud he literally fell out of his chair. That clip exploded across TikTok and Twitter, gaining millions of views. People started asking, "Who is this dude?" His energy was unmatched, and the reactions were gold. Then came the Omegle clips, Speed barking at strangers, dancing shirtless, or getting hilariously confused during random conversations. He became a meme machine. His unpredictability made him meme-worthy, and in the age of short-form content, that was a superpower. Overnight, his subscriber count exploded. From a few thousand to hundreds of thousands in weeks, Ishowspeed was going viral on a daily basis. And he wasn't even trying to be anyone else, just his authentic, wild self. Speed was now on the radar, not just in the US, but worldwide. The power of TikTok and memes. If YouTube was his stage, TikTok was the amplifier. Speed's personality was made for short-form content. His loud reactions, hilarious outbursts, and facial expressions turned into the perfect TikTok material. Fans began reposting his clips everywhere, and soon, even people who had never watched his streams knew exactly who he was. That barking kid? Yeah, that's Speed. His Suai scream, his awkward freestyles, his dances, they became viral sounds and trends. Memes featuring his face, edited with absurd effects, spread across Reddit, Twitter, and Instagram. Speed wasn't just a streamer anymore, he had become an internet phenomenon. While most creators fought for attention, Speed had it pouring in from every angle. The power of meme culture had lifted him to global fame, and he didn't even need a manager to make it happen. The internet had adopted him, and it wasn't letting go. Controversy and comebacks. Like many internet stars, Ishowspeed's journey wasn't without drama. His meteoric rise also brought intense scrutiny. In one of his most talked about moments, Speed was banned from Twitch after making a controversial remark during a stream with Aiden Ross. The clip quickly spread online, drawing both backlash and support. Critics slammed him for his offensive jokes and erratic behavior, while others saw him as a teenager still figuring things out in front of a global audience. Speed publicly apologized, owning up to his mistake, and shifted his full focus to YouTube. Instead of letting the controversy end his career, he doubled down on what made him unique: raw emotion, authenticity, and fearless content. His fans stood by him, seeing his comeback as a sign of resilience. For many, his ability to bounce back stronger made him even more relatable. He didn't hide behind PR teams or scripted apologies, he stayed real. And in an age of overproduced content, that realness meant everything. Speed's fall and rise reminded everyone that internet fame is messy, but with heart and honesty, redemption is possible. Expanding beyond gaming. As his audience exploded, Speed realized he was more than just a gamer. He was a full-on entertainer. He started branching out into real-life content. Firework explosions in his room, chaotic cooking sessions, wild travel vlogs, Speed's IRL streams became legendary. But the real breakthrough came in 2022 during the FIFA World Cup. Already a huge fan of football, he leaned into the hype, streaming reactions, wearing jerseys, and even making songs dedicated to the sport. His Suidi celebration, mimicking Cristiano Ronaldo, went viral across the globe, cementing his connection with football fans. Then came the surreal moment. He met actual football stars like Neymar, and Ronaldo himself acknowledged him publicly. That's when Speed went from internet icon to mainstream phenomenon. His music video World Cup skyrocketed, gaining over 100 million views. The song became a World Cup anthem for a generation. He wasn't just reacting to culture anymore, he was shaping it, merging music, sports, and humor into one chaotic, lovable package. Speed proved he could do it all. His brand was no longer tied to gaming, it was tied to entertainment itself. Why fans love him? Speed is loved not because he's perfect, but because he's real. He shows everything. Laughter, tears, rage, confusion. He's loud, unpredictable, and sometimes totally out of control. But that's what makes him magnetic. Fans see him as one of them. Not a polished celebrity, but a kid who followed his passion and made it big. His journey is a blueprint for how being yourself can be your superpower. He doesn't hide behind filters or fake positivity. He owns his flaws and keeps pushing forward. Whether he's crying over a loss, screaming in victory, or just vibing to his own music, fans feel like they're right there with him. That emotional connection is rare and powerful. Speed makes people laugh, but he also makes them feel like dreams are still possible. Collaborations and fame. With his global presence growing, Ishowspeed started linking up with the biggest names in the creator world. His collaborations were wild, unpredictable, and instantly viral. He teamed up with streamers like Kai Cenat and Aiden Ross, forming part of the new wave of Gen Z creators who owned the internet. With Kai in particular, their chaotic chemistry turned them into a dynamic duo, delivering back-to-back viral moments that had fans glued to their streams. Speed also joined MrBeast in challenge videos, bringing his energy to an entirely different audience. One of his biggest moves was participating in the Sidemen charity match in the UK. It not only helped raise money for good causes, but also introduced Speed to a massive UK fanbase. He stole the show with his over-the-top celebration, unforgettable antics, and emotional reactions. And then came the curveball. He did a McDonald's commercial in Japan. Yes, Japan. That campaign showed just how far his influence had reached. From Ohio to global branding deals, Speed had become a walking franchise. No script, no filter, just vibes. Every collab added a new layer to his brand, and the world couldn't get enough of it. So, What do you think? What's next for Ishowspeed? Music stardom? A movie deal? The internet's not ready, but we'll be watching. Love stories like this? Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment below with your favorite Ishowspeed moment. Trust me, you don't want to miss the next viral story we break down.